Welcome back. This is Uptown After Dark podcast where we talk about sex and adult conversations, after dark conversations. Tonight I got some amazing brothers here with me. I got Zay and I got Wolf here with me. You guys can introduce yourselves. Let everybody know what you got going on.
I'm Zay. I'm just being Zay, man. That's all I'm doing.
You better plug the combo for Danny. Get out there.
We going. So I'm Zay. I partner with Danny on some convo events where we do relationship building and helping people somewhat get out their own way and find balance in relationships.
Yo, I'm Wolf. I'm an engineer here at WTF Media Studios. That is how I met the host of this podcast. I also have a podcast of my own called Halfway Up. You can find that on Spotify. It's not on Apple Music. I don't on Apple Podcasts yet. I don't know why. And YouTube. And yeah, I'm ready to have this very interesting conversation.
Very interesting.
Definitely check out Wolf's podcast. I watched it. It was amazing. It inspired me. So, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And I'm not just saying that because he's saying, yeah, I watched it for myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I was mad because I was like, how he get all this audio outside? Like, what the fuck?
About
like,
to do it again.
I want to do some outside shit.
You can do that shit.
How can you do this outside shit? You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do outside shit for years. I can't. How did he minimize the background noise? Anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that. We're going to have that conversation on another time, bro.
For sure.
So the topic of today's show is, do nice guys finish last? I'm sure we all have our own opinions about that. So what do nice guys finish last? What does that mean to you, Zay?
It means that most men are overlooked. It means that most men don't have the opportunities for in relationship aspects that we're speaking. I'm speaking.
Most men are the nice men.
Most men, because most men are nice guys.
Okay.
It's just that they get overlooked. They're invisible to the eye of the average woman.
Okay. What about you, Wolf?
Listen. I think a nice guy is needed. I think most men are nice guys, but I don't think the problem is the guy is nice. I've never seen a nice guy not be at the top. Somewhere at the top, everywhere, there's a nice guy there. And so being nice is kind of a prerequisite to progress in the universe. I don't see no non-nice niggas really flourishing through life.
Okay. Or, listen, like, there are some people who live double lives, so, the perception that they may give off to the world is that they're a nice guy, and then behind closed doors, they might be a goddamn demon.
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But perception. So why do you think nice guys finish last, besides the fact that they're getting overlooked?
They're not interesting. Especially, I'm just talking just strictly dating wise and with women, is that the nice guys just finish last. We've watched it, and from junior high school to high school, college, and even people, like, even as an adult, we see that certain individuals get the most attention. Certain individuals get seen a lot more. So the guys that are not being seen are typically what we would consider nice guys. You know, the guy that keep their head down, do what they got to do, go to school, get a job, pay their bills. You know, those are the nice guys, but they not interesting enough for most women.
Okay. Why do you think nice guys finish? Or do you think nice guys finish last?
I don't think nice guys finish last. I think all men who don't handle their business finish last. I think that's the real truth of the matter. I think it's important to remember that all men are not in a monolith, and neither are women, but at the basic lower level, you strip everything away with human beings. We're very primal, So, like, being nice is not enough for a woman to select you. It's not enough for a woman to decide, I want to be with this man. I'm going to choose him to be the man in my life, my leader. It's just not enough. But it's easy to be nice. It's like nice is something that a lot of people naturally gravitate towards, because when you're nice, people accept you. And so therefore you can, like, just naturally gravitate towards the energy of being nice. But you need more than that for most women. Like, being nice is not going to get you that pussy or that date majority of the time. And maybe it will get you a date, but it's not going to bring, like, a lasting connection with the woman. You need more, because women like masculine energy.
So what is the more that is needed or missing?
Charisma, charming, funny, protective, ambitious. You know what I mean? You got to be way more. Like, I have a lot of friends, a lot of male friends, way more than I can count on two hands. And a lot of those guys would I would say that they are the nice guys, right? They are the guys who get overlooked when you're with your group of boys. They're not the first ones that get picked. They're not the first ones who get the look. But I could also tell you, and if any of y'all watching this, I don't got to say any names, but you know it's all love. But there's the other qualities that they're missing. They're missing other qualities. Like we see guys who might be quote unquote conventionally unattractive with beautiful women all the time, and you got to ask yourself why that is. It is
Probably
not
because they got bread.
probably because they got bread.
Money.
That's a-
Right,
that's-
money plays a factor. You know what I'm saying?
But that's one of the factors, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
So being
right.
nice isn't enough. You got to have. But see, it's not about a guy having money. It's about what the money says about the guy. You know what I mean? It's like as a guy who has money, I have the ability to go make money, which is not an ability all men have. So women are attracted to that, whether they know that or not. When they see a guy with money, they see a guy who knows how to provide. That's really what they're seeing.
Or some women might see a simp in the next Vic.
That's true, but that's up to him to deter that. You know what I mean? A woman might see you be like, oh yeah, he'll come up. But if he's not a goofy and if he's smart and he's educated, then he should know, like, yeah, this ain't the one. I'm not the one for all that.
Okay. So is there a connection between being a nice guy and being a simp?
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately. There is. Yes, for sure.
Unfortunately. I feel like what people like be referring to as simp, I don't feel as simp behavior. I feel like you should take care of your woman. You should
Always.
spoil her. You should make your woman should feel like she's yours, right?
For sure.
Like that's what you should spoil her. It's not now. There's a difference between spoiling your woman and simping. Simping is you always saying yes. And no matter what it is, even if you don't feel comfortable in a situation, that's being a simp because you don't want to lose her, right? Oh,
Right.
I'm going to put myself in an uncomfortable situation because of this. I don't want to eat meat, but you still want to eat meat, but I don't want to lose you, so I'm gonna stay with you because you want to eat meat. Like, but it don't fit into what I'm trying to build here. Or I want to move into a house, or I want to build a certain life, but you still want to be in clubs and stuff like that. Which I don't want to lose you because you're so bad, so I'm going to
That's a good
fall in
example.
line to what you want because I don't want to lose you. That's
That's a good
simping.
example. That's
Or
a
you
good one.
just tricking. Like you know she not you just taking on dates on dates on dates,
Yeah.
and it's not being reciprocated.
It's not being
no
reciprocated.
energy,
Yeah,
nothing's coming back.
facts,
That's
facts.
called simping. You just wasting your time and money.
100%.
I
I agree with
mean,
that.
so the lack of reciprocation, right? Because I have a female friend who I'm gonna remain nameless,
Mhm.
who at one point in her life, the standard for her was she doesn't feel like she should pay when she's going out with a dude, and I'm sure that when engaging with men, she makes this known. So if she makes it known and the dude is okay with that, does that make him a simp or being a nice guy, or he's just because I think it's one thing to just the conversation is had and then you kind of fall into that trap like, yo, like,
Right.
this has been like the 5th or 6th date, like I
Right.
don't feel no reciprocation going on. But if a woman puts it out there from rip, is the guy wrong? Does that make him a simp for following along with that?
If she doesn't pay for dates ever, or are you talking about just like the first date?
Or when she feels she's the statement that was made was, you know what I'm saying, when she feels like it.
When she feels like it?
Yeah.
I would say that's really upon that man to make wise decisions for himself at that point. Like I think a man should pay for the date majority of the time, or at least definitely the first time, because you need to prove to the woman that you're somebody who's safe to be around. Everything is about proving safety to a woman, you know, but that woman's gonna have a hard, and a lot of guys don't really know themselves. They don't even know their value, so they'll just take anything. So you'll take a girl who's not willing to go into her pocket, but the girl who's willing to go into her pocket though, oh, that's a green flag to us. We look at that like, oh my God.
I got a question for you, even though I know the answer because I watched it the other day.
Okay.
How much you spending on the first date? What's the average?
I am willing to spend at the max $300 on a date.
First date.
First date.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel
you shocked by that one, right? I saw that the other day, my brother. I was like, oh, I'm saving this one film.
Yeah.
So I feel like the first date is a statement. Right? I don't feel like it's a money thing for me. It's did I listen to her? Is this date fire for her? Like truthfully,
Absolutely.
anytime I go on a date or the first time I have a sexual encounter with a woman, I want to make the group chat. Right? That is my ultimate goal. Like if I take her on a fire date, I want her to like, yo, nah, this date was so fire. I gotta go on a date with this nigga again. right? This nigga, like I want the first date to be so fire. Like, so it's about me personally. I don't know what the number is I will spend.
Mhm.
It's just to make sure that the time that we had together was fire.
Now, do you
Agreed.
think by
Agreed.
creating this first fire date, or for you spending that 300 on the first date,
Mhm.
are you setting a standard that now you are going to have to continue to maintain? Like, are you setting the bar too high
No.
or
No.
too low? Or
No.
No. So I'm a date nigga. So let me see if I can show something, right? I'm a date nigga, right? I like you get with me, we gonna have fire shit planned.
Yeah.
Right. So this is just in my joint. I got
Okay.
date spots, joints that I want to do.
It is a long
Just
list.
as a long list. We can
of
show for the
options.
cameras, a long list of options,
My
right?
man is prepared.
That I'm prepared for. So I like to go on dates, and
you
but
might have to break that down for a fee and help some brothers out.
oh no, I'm don't worry, that's in the works. That's in the works.
Talk about
It's in
my
the
guy.
works.
Always planning. I like it.
It's,
I like
it's
it.
in the works. I'm gonna help a lot of men don't know how to plan dates.
True.
A lot of men think that, oh, I got to spend all this money on a date, and
True.
they're not really actually just listening to their woman.
True.
So that's when I'm gonna come in and help y'all get y'all shit situated, because fire dates don't have to be expensive. It's about listening to your woman or the
Agreed.
woman that you're dating, because they give you information. They give you information consistently, what they like, what they don't like. So if you thinking taking her to whatever these expensive restaurants here in New York City, the other day I learned like it's 19,000 restaurants in New York City.
Yeah, facts. I
Like,
seen something just like that.
I said, so and
Yeah.
people keep
19,000?
and people go to the same restaurants. Everybody always hashtagging and
Because
taking
they
pic-
want to go where everybody else could go, so they can take flicks for
but
the
they're
gram.
not taking no time to think that the city has so much more to
To
offer.
offer, absolutely.
New York City is the best city in the world to date in.
Absolutely.
It is so much to do here. If you can't figure out something to do that's fire for your joint, you ain't putting enough time in to figure out who your girl is, who your joint is, or what she wants to do.
Or you just don't know yourself well enough
Right.
either, you know?
Okay, so this is definitely off my question list, but it just
Okay.
popped into my head. Right. So I saw a clip a couple of weeks ago on a gram where a dude suggested the idea of taking a woman like on a buffer date, something that is low maintenance, coffee, you know what I'm saying, ice cream, something like that, you know what I'm saying? So that way he could see if there is a connection. Is that a simp move? Is that a broke dude move? Is that a nice guy? Like, what's your perspective on that?
That's his prerogative. You know, if that's what he want to do, that's just what he want. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't see nothing wrong with it either. What my thing is is a lot of context that had to go into that. It's like, how long y'all knew each other? Was y'all speaking on the phone for how long prior to this date? Like,
Right.
it's a whole. Did y'all ever meet in person before? Did y'all meet online? So it's
So let's say it's a first date situation.
so first date, and how did they meet each other? Where did they meet at? Like, we have to have a whole scenario, because if I knew you and we spoke on the phone for 3 weeks, the first date shouldn't be no ice cream. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
Like you said, the context is important. So I don't see the problem with that. Like if I want to take a shorty for ice cream and it's the first date, I think that's completely fine, because at the end of the day, like we just trying to make a connection. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like we just need it anywhere to make a connection.
Right. So again, but I feel the same. Any way to make a connection, but also if we spoke on the phone about certain things, like I don't like ice cream, so I can't eat it. It fucks
Yeah.
with my stomach, so it's quiet
Yeah.
for me.
Right.
And I don't drink
Probably for the
coffee.
best.
I don't drink coffee neither. So it's like, ice cream and coffee dates really
Yeah, that's
not my drink.
out the window. Yeah.
So, but if she likes stuff like
Got
that,
tea.
I can go. I don't mind if she mentions things that she likes to do. It's always like, again, listening. People don't listen. People don't hear. They just talk and just like, I'm trying to get her out to go out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend all this money and then I'm gonna get some pussy. And then it don't work out like that, right? It is you take her on this date, you go spend all this money in a restaurant, and then sis getting an Uber and go home, and you tight, you spend $750. Right? Now you tight because you ain't getting no action. She left you.
750 is
And
crazy.
the vibe is
750
off.
is ridiculously
That's
crazy.
wild.
Now that's if you go to one, you these them.
Depending on what you do for a living, that might be your whole week check.
I might look.
You eating peanut butter and jelly for the next week.
But see,
That's a
again,
fact.
people going out,
That's a
people live
fact.
above their
That's
means.
crazy.
People try to present as something they not.
Yeah.
know,
Never do that.
If you come as who you are, like, listen, I'm a regular nigga.
I hear you, bro. Right. So, I'm always team regular dude. I think the problem is the standard is always for men to go out of their way to impress. Now,
Yes.
making an impression could be about listening and just coming up with something that is outside of the norms, so to let her know that you were listening,
Right.
and, or impressing could be spending $750. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's just a
But,
number I
but,
threw
the
out there.
sta-
That's
but the
wild.
standard is for men to impress, and women
should.
walk around arrogant, like, well, I don't gotta impress you. Just me being me, you should already be impressed by that.
That's the wrong woman.
You know what I'm saying?
See, the
It's
thing is,
simple.
it is like
So,
you said. The wrong
next
one.
question for you guys: has there ever been a situation in your life where you were trying to be the nice guy and it didn't work in your favor?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I need to hear the details.
It's just so. There's so many stories. Like you go back to when I've realized that being a nice guy didn't really get me nowhere, set me on that path of being a hoe. Right.
Okay.
Eighth grade, like the girl and whatever, and she definitely played me. I spent money on Christmas. Me and her still cool to this day. Like we cool today, and I always bring it up that she owed me money for this beer and the chocolate shit I bought her for Christmas. Spent a lot of money on it, right? So from Godiva downtown, this was eighth grade Godiva. She was a teddy bear from FAO Swords.
Right. That's
So-
big shit as an eighth
Yeah,
grader.
eighth grade.
That's
So I
big
spent
shit.
some FAO Swords teddy bear and some Godiva.
Junior high school, we was just doing like the little candy grams.
Yeah,
and
I
that
would.
you
So
could get
look,
in the school.
So look, I went over, right? Cool, it ain't work out. So I'm like, damn, I see niggas is getting ahead, not doing none of the shit that I was doing. It was quiet, went down that path. It was over. Eighth grade set me on the whole path. I ain't gonna lie.
That's your villain origin story?
My villain origin story. I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna text her today. I'm gonna text her today, like, you started my villain origin story.
What about you, Wolf?
So as a nice guy, right? Because I'm a nice guy. That's just who I am naturally. One of the things that you gonna deal with as a nice guy, and I know my niggas gonna, if you relate to this, drop something in the comments, something, is that you gonna meet women who want to test you.
Right.
Just because. Cop a little attitude. I'm on my period. Like being quick with you, fast with you, talking to you crazy, whatever. Those are things that you got to deal with. When you're a nice guy, because you don't really fully understand that it's okay to be aggressive with a woman and there's a space and time where she likes it, you don't understand that. So you naturally divert to just being nice. What does being nice mean? Being overly patient, being overly understanding. And it's weird to nice guys because they give an unlimited amount of patience and understanding, at least they try, and then they still end up being last and they be confused, like, why did that happen to me?
Right.
I had to learn that, you know what? Sometimes you got to put your foot down, put your dick on the table, be like, hey, yo, you too loose.
Right, you doing too much.
You need to tighten up.
Word.
You need to tighten up. Don't speak to me like that because I don't speak to you like that. There's a way we go about doing things, and this is not that. And if you want to continue for us to be with each other, we need to do things differently. Say it however you need to say it.
Well, I think again, we talk about nuance, right?
Right. It's
the
important.
nuance to that is when you do put your foot down, you show that you have the ability to lead, and you show that you have the ability that I am not going to allow you to walk all over me. Where the dude who is extra patient, he looks like a pushover. Meanwhile, he is being emotionally mature and understanding, but that's not respected always. You know what I'm saying? It takes
to a degree.
I disagree.
Yeah.
So
no, finish what you saying.
Go ahead. Yeah, finish.
It's him being, emotionally mature to a degree, and women who are not used to that or don't understand what he is really showing her, they take it for granted.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, but it's I don't understand this about women. I really I make a joke all the time. I get to heaven and be like, why are women like this? Like, why do women feel the need to push back against a man when everything's going just fine? Nothing's wrong. But it's like, I just gotta resist him every now and then, maybe subconsciously, because you want to make sure that I'm on my job. But regardless the case is that you need to make space for putting her in check because she likes it. And I don't give a fuck. I've dated plenty of women, bro. If this ain't true, then tell me what is. You know what I mean? You need to put her in check. She's gonna paint outside the line sometimes.
Oh, listen, I know it's true. Listen, I have a brother, close friend of mine's, who was dating a close friend of mine's. And
so you got the context for real.
Nah, I didn't always get the context because they tried to hide it from me at first.
Oh, okay.
But,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But long story short, when the relationship ended, I go to her, I'm like, yo, sis, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's good? And her response was just like, he was a little bit too nice and I need a dude who could check me when I get out of pocket.
Yep.
And
women say that all the time.
For a long time, I just was just like,
Don't make no
thinking to
sense.
myself, this don't make no sense. You sound like, as much as women complain that
Yes.
there are no good dudes out there,
Guys are
you
assholes,
sound
all that.
stupid as
Mhm.
fuck
Mhm.
saying this,
Mhm.
right? But then
Mhm.
I took some time, I sat with it, I thought about it, I said, the problem is people don't really get to the root of their emotions and what they're feeling. They don't know how to articulate it. So what she really meant was,
Right.
based on his patience, she has a lack of confidence in his ability to lead. And because she has a lack of confidence in his ability to lead, she doesn't see him as a suitable candidate in a relationship.
Also,
When
go ahead.
if
Go
she
ahead.
would have articulated that, maybe that would have woken up something to him, so that way he could find that middle ground that you talked about, where you can check a woman and still be a nice guy.
Also, to add more context to that, a lot of women, listen, I ain't gonna say all because I don't want to get like,
Roasted.
targeted.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like majority of women are naturally submissive. So at the end of the day, what she's really saying is make me submit to you. Give me a reason to allow you, give me a reason to see you as the leader. Majority of the time, women almost never say what they actually mean. They almost never do. Women are
Never.
very cryptic. You know what I mean? By design, apparently,
I
because
know,
they're
but
just
they
like
speak
this.
in fucking circles and
You know?
and algorithms.
So you
Listen,
got to
I
interpret
said,
them.
women are just as complicated as their vaginas.
Oh,
All
man.
women have a pH balance, but none of them can really explain what it is. You know
It's a fact.
what I'm saying?
So
You got to interpret
I'm
women.
I thought that was a doctor with a scale.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Listen, man, it's deep. It's really deep like that.
Speaking on that, just I feel right that when a nice guy is doing everything, it's like, oh, I shouldn't have to. Like, I'm not true. I'm just where I'm at now. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna let you know that now. I'm walk away. And I'm cool with that. A
Yep.
lot of men are not cool. I will walk away in a heartbeat. You could check off all the boxes, but as soon as you do some shit and I address it one time, I'm one time.
Yeah.
Listen, this is how I feel. It's bothering me.
Yes.
If it changes, if it happens again, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna give you a handshake. So this is not gonna work for me.
Yeah, may peace be upon you. I'm out.
Because I can't. Right. I'm not gonna put you in your place as I'm 40. I'm about to be 40 next year.
Right.
If I'm dating women in my age, you should know you out of pocket. Don't yell at me. I'm not talking to you like that. Cool. I'm not gonna put you. That has no take. If you take that as me not being able to lead, I don't care. You don't have to be on this team for me to lead on. Like somebody else can join. My kids believe I'm leading. That's all that matters right now.
Right.
If you're gonna join this team, if you're gonna join this team, if you're gonna join this 93 Bulls, that's gonna go to the championship. Like that's gonna build. You have to you're gonna have to be able to check yourself because I'm not. If you get out of line, I'm like, yeah, that's chill. You gotta relax. Right now, that's cool. I understand that. Sometimes you gotta do that. But if you're doing some overly aggressive, doing too much shit, I'm walking away. If you start arguing with me in the streets, I'm leaving you that day.
Right.
That day is no talking after that because I'm not arguing with you.
Can I add something to that? Because I agree with that 1,000,000%. But like, a man's love language is respect always.
Absolutely.
And
Always.
The greatest.
Can you say that again? I don't mean to cut you off, brother.
A man's love language, his love language, the only way he communicates at the highest of his potentiality is through respect. And at the end of the day, the greatest woman ever, I don't give a fuck what color she is, what size she comes in, where the fuck of the corner of the earth she come from. When you said something very important, you said, if I tell you this bothers me, that is your opportunity. It's opportunities every single day. That is a woman's opportunity to be like, let me get right, because I don't like to bother him. If she doesn't, now she's human, so maybe it's something that she needs time to get over. Okay, cool.
Right.
We can extend grace for that if we see you actually trying. But
Actually trying,
you know what I mean? But if I communicated to you, this bothers me, and then you like unapologetically, without empathy, like continue to do that thing, then you don't respect me, which means I'll never be happy with you. No matter the pussy's good, the head is fire, you sending me nudes, you'll do it, you'll have a threesome with me, you'll have all that, but I'll never get the one thing that I want. Niggas done had everything under the sun and still kick a bitch to the side, still kick a woman to the side because he's not getting respect. That's the glue.
I think the reason I asked you to repeat that because, listen, I don't want to speak for all men, but I definitely know that most men would agree to that statement, right? A man's love language is respect.
Right.
And you're right. A man could be getting all those things and still kick a woman to the
Still
side.
kick it to the
You know what I'm
side.
saying? Listen, I've left women that I've loved because they don't know how to talk to me.
Oh man, that's major.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But you-
major.
Because they don't know how to talk to me.
That's major.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's major, bro.
that is so important to me. But and even when you try to express it, it's just like people normalize their toxicity. So
Yes, they
if
do.
that's what that particular woman has normalized for her entire life,
Yeah.
she's gonna do it. Now, I agree that, you know, if I see that she's working on it, I have no problem.
I extend grace.
Extending some grace.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I don't see you working on it, you know what I'm saying?
Being negligent about it and shit, I gotta go, yo.
Gotta go.
That's not about an emotional,
intelligent
or emotional available man, right? And I feel like being able to, like, him being laid back and cool, calm, collective, and not arguing, right, is a level of emotional, but also emotional intelligence is also knowing how to elaborate on how you feel and when you feel it, right? If I can't speak to you and tell you how I'm feeling and about what's going on, then there's a problem, right? So if I do speak to you about it and I'm met with resistance, right? If I'm met with instant grounds for termination, instant grounds for termination. If I say, hey, what you did just now bothered me, and you go, but you did this, that means you held this in the pocket to use it in an argument.
She was locked and loaded.
So we can't deal with each other because I'm not trying to have I'm not fighting a partner, right? So if you're coming back with ammo because you feel attacked by me explaining something that I felt, we can't have a conversation, because when it happened, you should have addressed it, because I'm always open for conversation about anything that I've done.
I think even that requires a little bit of grace, because that type of being locked and loaded and ready with a response is also a learned behavior. But I feel like any behavior that you have that is a learned behavior can also be unlearned. Right. So if I express it to you, you know, I'm going to give you some time to know, to give you some time and give you some space, so that way you can work on it. Because there are some people that's literally their norm when it comes to communication. I say something and they locked and low, like I'm talking, all she hears is wah, 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 and she's thinking about what she gonna say, and ready to be quick fight, you know. And
cool, then you're just not for me.
That ain't what you need.
You're just not for me. I understand. I hear people say give grace, but I'm telling you that in the beginning when we're just talking and it's not serious. I'm giving you all this information. I'm asking certain questions while we're dating before we get to something serious. I'm like, hey, how do you deal with conflict? This is how I deal with it. If you have an issue with something that I've done, please address it, right? And if I ask you what's wrong, and you say nothing, don't bring it up, because I don't care no more, because I gave you opportunity, and I don't care. And I understand it may seem like I don't have no grace and all that. Nah, it's just that most women have not dealt with a guy that's going to do certain things that will walk away from them. Most men that are married and are unhappy in marriages don't file for divorce, right? Women usually file for divorce because they're unhappy or whatever. But there are a lot of men in marriages that are unhappy, but they don't leave.
Well, that's because the standard has always been happy wife, happy life, when it's supposed to be happy spouse, happy house, right? To me, happy wife, happy life means that this man is dedicating his life to his wife and he is miserable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I hear when I hear that statement, where I hear happy house, happy spouse. You know, I think that we are in this together. We are working together to make each other happy. So I got another question for you guys. So have any of you ever been, I already know that question for you, this answer for you, Zay, but I need to hear the answer for Wolf. The bad boy or the player. Have any of you ever had those labels associated to your likeness?
Never the bad boy, but the player, absolutely. Like, I'm as player as it get. I ain't gonna lie, for real. Like, my rotation is usually like 4 or 5 consistently. That's as player as it get. They don't get no more player than that.
But not active, right? Because we got people
not active. No. Not active. I'm just saying, it's not active. I'm just saying, like,
I want to give you an out just in case.
No. Yeah. No, I said it as if that context was already given and it wasn't. You right, but it's like, that's how I've lived my life for a large majority of my life. It's just like having a rotation of 4 to 5 women, and I don't even like doing it. That's the sad part about it. Being a player is it's trash.
It's annoying.
Being a player is not cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot of work.
It's very draining. Yeah,
it's draining, bro. It's not lit, bro.
So that means, since we all agree, that means we've all had that label associated. One of those labels, bad boy player.
Bad boy player.
I mean, sometimes those things are synonymous with each other. Bad boy player. Sometimes you might not be the bad boy, but you might be the player, right? You know what I'm saying?
Which could come off as a bad boy to a girl, maybe.
Yeah,
come off edgy or whatever.
To me,
Yeah.
I think it's all semantics. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
It's just-
sure.
It's just a label. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's just a label.
Yeah.
I definitely have been a hoe. Like I guess I've been called a hoe or whatever. You know, like I'm just
We
gonna
don't
put
use the word we use. You know what I'm saying? You know,
well,
a man who is sexually liberated.
sexually liberated. I have been a sexually liberated man, straight man, sexually liberated straight man.
Are we using the same definition for the women? Like, how
Yeah,
is that we doing?
Listen, so last time when I was in the studio with the rest of the fans, shout out to RTI. We did an episode. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And I definitely said they are sexually liberated women. Like they have the right to be sexually liberated.
I mean, they are.
Right.
Facts. That's what it is.
And it is
Yeah,
absolutely do your thing. I ain't mad at it.
So is there a shelf life to being a bad boy player, whatever word you want to use? Is there a shelf life to
Absolutely.
expiration
It
date?
should be.
Absolutely.
It should
There
be.
is. Ain't no players out here riding off into the sunset still being a player. Like, who? Who? Who?
Did he?
Did he? No.
Did he?
No.
He's still acting bad.
No, Diddy doesn't.
He's 50 years old, still acting
He's
bad.
had a newborn with
Yeah.
like a 28-year-old bad joint.
Diddy doesn't have what he wants.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Kim
He doesn't have what he
I think
wants.
after Kim, it was over for him.
It's like once you have your way with women and you realize like, okay, you done had a couple girls, you done had a couple sex, you had a threesome, you done that, you learn quickly. And hopefully if you're a wise person, you'd be like, oh damn, this really ain't everything. It's like when people say money not everything. Now I don't have enough money to like know that person.
Monogamy isn't for everybody. So Diddy
No, it's not.
guaranteed be living his best motherfucking life.
No, true. And I'm glad you said that. So I will say that I've heard people from both sides of the spectrum admire the other side of the grass. So I don't really know where the middle line is, to be honest with you. But like I've seen people being married and like look at the guy having his way and women be like, damn, I wish. And I know people right now who are famous and it's like, damn, I can't find a famous woman to save I can't find a normal girl I want that.
Right.
I've heard it both ways.
Right.
I've heard it both ways.
Heard it both
as well.
ways,
I
you
just
know what I
think
mean?
that men that so if you reached your like a peak, right? So I've never had an issue getting women my life at all, ever. So I don't have an issue now being settled down to one, right? Because I have never had an issue of getting women. A lot of men that go through that transition period that was trash in high school, right? They ain't get no action in high school, went through college quiet. Now they got some bread at 35 and now they fly, they stepping outside. Finally, them men is about to live what I did the last 15 years, right? They gonna do that. And I'm not mad at them for that. I'm not, go do your thing, player, because it was fun out there when I did it. I'm not gonna lie, I had a good time doing it.
Yeah.
I was a side nigga
But
for 3
you got your
years.
wisdom already.
I was a side nigga for 3 years. I was outside for real.
You was a side nigga for 3 years? Like you knew
Every
it? You
girl,
knew it?
every girl I dealt with had to have a boyfriend for 3 years. Every single one.
So she was cheating on her man with you.
Yeah, I didn't mind. It was mad fun.
Risky
Low
business.
maintenance.
It was low, I ain't have to.
Low maintenance. He take her out, he spend the bread, you come through, lay down the pipe, keep it moving.
It was just
You
nothing but.
serviceman.
It was
That's called a
fun.
serviceman.
It was fun and sex.
Serviceman.
It was fun and
They
sex.
got a government job.
It was fun.
serviceman.
It was fun and sex. It was fun and sex, and it was a lot of fun and sex.
I couldn't do it,
You
bro.
providing the service.
I could not do it.
I
Any
was.
woman I figured out was in a relationship, I was just like, I'm gonna have to slide out and say I can't do it for real. I can't do it.
So for a guy who has had a extended period of having sexual liberation,
Right.
when you get to the place of you feel like it's time to retire, is it because you finally found a woman that you determined was worth it, or because you just got sick and tired of living that life?
It's both.
Which
bro.
comes first?
It's a little.
It's both, bro. A drug dealer can't sell drugs forever.
I see. I know something I do.
Listen, right?
Not many though.
But the problem is,
Not many though.
listen, even now, right? That's a great analogy, right? Because I always look at dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I used to hustle myself, right? So I get it, right? But like everybody think they goddamn ghosts. Like you not gonna come out and get legit, and you gonna have, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The goddamn
Yeah.
Queens Family Project building, like
illusions
own a
of grandeur.
nightclub, like there's for 99% of dudes in the game, right? You either
Gonna get locked
die,
up, die,
go to jail,
Uh-huh.
or go to jail and snitch.
and so the other way is STD, baby, or it's whatever the other one is. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's why, like, you got to get it together as a man, because it's not you could be the best gambler in the world.
Eventually, you're gonna lose.
The probability is against you still.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you need to get out on the high part of the party, like leave one on a high note, or you're gonna get caught up. And guess what? The best of them do. The best of them. the most handsome, the most paid, the best of them. So if he got caught up, what make you so different? You think you know something he ain't know?
Facts. Everybody think they're gonna reinvent the wheel to come out.
It don't work like that.
Like
every wheel is round and goes in a circle,
nigga.
And it don't matter how. Look, you see the wheel right there. The wheel that's right there. It looks like a regular wheel. It just added 2 pieces now in the middle part. It still do the same function. Still go like this, right?
Listen, bro.
Like it's not gonna happen, and it's a cycle.
Bro.
I feel like
God knew what he was doing, man.
Being in that like that player life, that shit, or being outside, that shit is annoying.
Bread.
You spend more money as a single man than you do in a relationship. I'm letting you know that now.
Not worth it.
It's not like just going out. Like I'm single. If I meet 5 women in the next week, I gotta go on 5 first dates. That's
you gotta be your best self every single time.
Hold on, just do the math. 300 times 5?
That's 50. I'm not spending.
I ain't doing 305 times.
I'm not doing that 5 times.
Yeah,
nah.
I mean, you said that's what you dropping on the first date, bro.
I said, what's the max I would pay on a first date?
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I would.
That don't mean I got to.
I don't have to.
Got you.
I'll take you to the pier, and we'll be drinking beer and having a sandwich and have a good ass time watching the sunset go down. That's my vibe all day.
All day.
What?
I got picnic basket and all that.
You're not from New York. You ever had a shop? You had a chopped cheese yet?
Yeah.
Okay. No, just wondered.
Yeah.
And why?
Well, there you're a fact. I love chopped cheese.
But something Danny always says on Convo is alignment is an assignment. People don't align with who they are going out with, right? You got to qualify people to actually spend time with you. Men need to know that their time is just as valuable as the woman, right?
Absolutely.
Like, so if we're going out, I'm not going to go out with someone, after we talk, text, communicate, I'm not going to go out with someone I don't feel like is going to go anyway. My Hinge profile is ridiculous. It's like 7,000 messages on that shit. Like I get out of it. I'm like, yo, if it got to go from Hinge to us exchanging numbers. It gotta flow to us to get to a first date. It's not going to just go. And then when we go, I'm gonna know that we're gonna have a good time on the date because we had certain discussions. I know what you like, you know what I like. So it's not gonna be it's just us coming together, right? People don't align before they get in a mix. They think every girl they meet, they supposed to take out. They meet every girl they meet, they supposed to have sex with. It's not that.
Because she's attractive.
That's
the number one thing. Like, men don't see past attraction.
What you gonna do if you find something nice when we in Atlanta in October?
Who, me? I'm gonna have fun. I'm single.
Fuck Atlanta real quick.
Yo, we going to Atlanta October, the weekend of October 14th. We got Convo events out there. Pull up. We about to put all that shit online in the next couple of weeks. We outside. Pull up if you out. Atlanta's gonna be lit, man. I'm here. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm coming to shake it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit in Atlanta.
So, any advice for the nice guys that are still out there, the ones that haven't, you know what I'm saying, they're nice, but they haven't found that middle ground where they can know how to assert themselves properly and show that they have full leadership potential. Any advice for those guys?
I got one off top. Gentlemen, find a girl who wants you. That's the best wisdom I can give you. We are trained as men to convince girls to like us. So we go to the mall, we go somewhere, and we see a girl, maybe she's out of your league or something like that, right? And you're trying to seduce her to see you. I don't believe in that. Like, I think that's important to do, you know what I mean? Because it help you get your chops, you know what I mean? But like, find a girl who likes you, because when you like her, everything about you is right. You know what I mean? Right. Like, you're charming to her, you're funny to her. She understands you, she's patient with you. She wants to help you be in 2 places at one time. So I think a lot of guys are hustling backwards because they're trying to convince girls to see you. That girl doesn't like you. You're not her type. You're not what she's into and that's her prerogative. She deserves to have what she likes, wants, no matter what type of woman she is. Sexually liberated, not sexually liberated. So find a girl who already likes you. When she see you, she smiles. When she see you struggling, she's like, her first thought is, how can I help you? That's the type of girl you want. And you know what? Those girls aren't everywhere. But be patient and take your time. You know what I mean? And she's there. I promise she's there. She looking for you just the way you looking for her.
Right. I agree 100% with what Wolf said.
That was a bar.
That was definitely a gem. I say, fellas, just, don't stop being nice.
Right.
Just learn how to navigate this world we live in.
Man.
It's a tough world, right? And
simply said,
just being nice is not enough, right?
Never.
It's like they say, love is not enough to keep a relationship going, right? You need to be whatever the market is, right? You're selling a product to the market, right? As a man, you're selling a product to the market that is women, right?
Right.
And if you want to be selected in that market, you have to check off some boxes, right? And being nice is great, is a foundation to build off on, right? Is a foundation. But if you're nice and you don't take care of yourself, you don't get haircuts, you're not going to certain places.
It's more, bro.
It's more to it. You
It's
have to
more.
develop the whole package surrounded with
whole
the
package.
nice guy, right?
Mhm.
It's okay. And then don't lose yourself. Be who you are.
Don't ever lose yourself.
Never lose yourself. Because I've learned
Don't ever do
along
that.
the way that one of my best attributes is that I'm an asshole, right? And I swear, I swear, people like I don't want to change that, right? I told my therapist, I was like, listen, if I ever get to the point where I'm not the I told you so guy, I'm gonna stop therapy because I love being right, right? Even I'm like I told you so, and my friends don't ask me for no advice, and.
So here's I love being right too, so I can relate to that. What I will say is that being right don't always bring you peace, because if you're in a relationship, right, and you and your lady get into something, you might prove to her that you're right, but she's still gonna have an attitude, right? So you're gonna be right, but if she don't want to give you no coochie tonight because she got an attitude, if she don't, being right don't always bring you peace. Sometimes, and listen, one of the most important things that I have learned in regards to relationships is sometimes less is more. You don't always got to go out your way to prove that you're right.
Right. Oh, no.
Yeah.
See, I disagree, and it's cool.
I agree.
Right? I hear y'all saying, and
I agree.
Everything else can be peaceful in the house. But this right here, when I know I'm right and you still went left, you can't. Don't let me get that. Like, if you gonna be my woman, you gonna know.
So what you gonna do then? So you caught her in the scenario. You was like, don't do that. It's not gonna work out for you. It didn't work out for you. What you doing?
I'm gonna laugh. Told you.
That ain't it.
But see, I do it with my kids too. I tell them, listen, I told you don't jump and do that. If you get hurt, I don't care because I told you not to do it. And they know that. My kids know that. Hey, don't do this when they go do the school and all that. I teach them, listen, don't do that. Okay, cool. You got to learn. I'm going to let you learn. Daddy be right sometimes.
So I think that with women, obviously, listen, women are not a monolith, so some women probably need to be laughed at. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you do.
Right? You know what I mean? There's a time and place for everything. But what I've learning, and I don't know much, I don't know everything, you know what I mean? But what I'm learning is like, I've tried, because men just like being right because we're very logical people. You know what I mean? We deal off of efficiency and accuracy and results.
Right.
That's not necessarily a woman's first mind. Women want to have fun. They're very emotional. You know what I mean? Women are obviously geniuses, but I'm saying like men's like first off top is like safety and prevention. You know what I mean? So if I give you some game, I drop some jewels on you and you don't take it, sometimes you could be like I told you, but like women, because they're so emotional, that comes off cold to them. It comes off a little brash to them. That makes them want to be a little closed off to you. What I've learned is that out of a million times doing it one way, I've been trying it the other way as of recently, and I've been liking the results from that. And the results that I've been getting from it has been like a softer approach just in general, whatever that is for you, whatever that is, because it's not the same for all men, but it's like, listen, this is why I told you that because I wanted you to avoid this. You know what I mean? And it's like, going forward next time, just trust me. You know what I mean? Just trust me. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you? I haven't done nothing wrong to you at this point. I've been nothing but consistent and reliable for you. And obviously, you can't do that with every woman. That takes a special woman to like be able to like really hear that. But like I don't know. Somehow you got to find a balance between like I told you, but at the same time, it's okay. Come here, because she needs that.
I'm a comfort you and do all that.
Why are you laughing in her face?
See, again.
At least you're confident enough.
I'm a comfort you. I'm gonna comfort you. I'm gonna feed you. Do whatever. I'm gonna make sure you're. I'm like, no, don't you?
Got you. So first and foremost, I like to say that I'm glad to hear a black man say that he's in therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gotta definitely, you know what I'm saying, clap it up for that.
Yeah, clap it up for that.
That is definitely dope.
For real.
So we are running low on time. On Uptown After Dark, I always do this thing called Ask Uptown. Usually, it kind of consists of a viewer emailing me, DMing me, whatever their situation is, and then I break it down on air. So I'm gonna do that again, and then we all gonna analyze and dissect this thing. If y'all don't mind doing that,
let's do it.
All right, so Ask Uptown. I need some advice, bro. My lady and I recently went to a family reunion and everything was cool until she introduced me to her cousin that I smashed a couple times a while back.
Whoa.
At first, I wasn't sure if it was shorty. Then I didn't say anything to my lady, and then the cousin acted like she was meeting me for the first time. You fast forward to a few days later, the cousin is texting me saying it was crazy to run into you. And she is not gonna say nothing to my lady, but she also wants to keep smashing and keeping it on the low.
Bitch, no. What the fuck?
Well,
No.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
No. What the fuck?
I'm not done. If she's ever bored, he said he politely curved, but now Shorty won't stop hitting him up and is threatening to tell his lady about the past dealings. What should he do?
You be a motherfucking man and you tell her
her
first.
Tell her first,
Be
bro.
a motherfucking man.
You gotta
nigga.
tell her first.
Yeah, nigga, the fuck, nigga, you be a fucking man, nigga. Man the fuck up and go tell that woman what it is. Like,
I ain't
hey,
gonna
this
hold
what
you.
happened before I met you.
I ain't gonna hold you. I might have told that at the family reunion, like, "Hey, listen."
But he said he ain't he wasn't sure.
He ain't recognize it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
that's
wasn't
very
sure.
Sometimes
realistic.
listen, he might have been going through his sexually liberated period. He
Yes.
ran through a lot of things. He
Yes.
ain't remember.
He ain't remember.
He ain't
Okay.
remember, 'cause- listen, I'm sure you got something right now. You can walk down the street, you might have tapped, and you be like,
I don't remember
Nah, not me.
85% of the girls I had sex with.
I remember 100%
70.
of every single woman.
I remember
100%.
situations. I remember situations.
Names
more than
too?
names.
Bro, I know. Yes.
Listen, I might remember face. I'll be like, I can't recall.
I don't
30
remember names. I remember
I ain't even
faces.
hold you. I might be like, I don't
Faces,
remember.
times, places.
Faces, I got names. Nah, I might not.
Like,
As
listen,
long as you got the face.
I went to
Yeah, yeah.
HBCU
Oh, here we
in
go.
Raleigh.
Here we go.
and in Raleigh, North Carolina, there is
Turned
we have
up.
Shore University, St. Aug. North Carolina Central is in Durham, which is about a 15-minute drive. You got
Uh-huh.
NC State. You got 3 all-girl colleges.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I was
Just running
liberated.
through them, huh?
Very liberated.
I was very
That boy
extremely.
said free.
I was free.
free. Like that.
I was free.
Tell her if she's never listen. One thing I'm never gonna do because it just don't feel right. I'm never gonna let a woman think she about to boss up on me ever. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, I will push the motherfucking button in this bitch before I ever let you do that. I'm just not letting her do it because at the end of the day, all you ever got is your word and your dignity. Over some pussy. Come on,
right.
we know better than this. We know better than this.
And your lady is more likely to be okay with it if it came from
Yeah, she
you
might
than
not
your
like
cousin.
it, but she ain't gonna like it less.
She gonna like it
when you
less.
tell
Like
her.
she, if she come out and then, but see, now you texting me all this. See now I'm coming back because now I'm gonna start the drama before you can. Listen,
This is your cousin?
I'm like, listen,
First of all, she probably already know her cousin is. Hey, people,
You know your cousin like
family.
that.
She know her cousin Loosey Goosey.
Listen, we all got a life before we met our people.
we all
got a life. This is one of the moments where it's
The
not black and white.
The intersex. You
I
know what I'm
heard
saying?
Intersex.
Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor said something. They was like, he said that he would let her know anytime they was in a room.
Right.
And that it was possible, and that he smashed something that's going to be in the room because
Yep.
he wanted her to know that if there's any energy coming towards you from another woman, it's because
Now,
of
And you
this
know that's
feeling.
how they move.
Now I asked
Right.
that. I've asked that question
Mm-hmm.
before to a woman that I was dating, because some people want to know, some people don't want to know because they like it's about me. I don't care about what you did in your past. But I think it is always good when vetting the person that you are getting to know. That's definitely a question you should ask, especially if you know you had an outside period. You know what I'm saying? You should, if we ever in the same space with somebody that, whether it was a relationship or somebody that I just tapped, do you want to know? I think you
Right.
should always ask that question.
Because I never want the person I'm with to have to be like, yo, why this girl's acting funny toward me? Or I
Yeah.
felt this type of
'Cause
energy.
Shorties do that.
Because people do, even men do that. Like a man to come that smash the joint that you with, to come up and give her a funny style hug and all
Oh,
that,
man.
right? So niggas
I know them
move
type
like
of
that.
hugs.
So
That's
what
the
Drake
one I
said?
used to
Why
rock,
you
know what I'm saying?
why you introduced them? No one you like used to like like Drake said some shit like that in the song
Yo,
or whatever.
let me tell you something, right?
Mhm.
I know I this used to be a pet peeve, right? Like if I am dating a woman, even dating, talking, whatever. If you introduce me to a dude as your bro, knowing this man's penis used to be in your mouth,
Yeah, for sure.
we are definitely having a motherfucking misunderstanding.
Absolutely. We're not aligned.
Don't introduce me to this dude as your bro.
Ever.
Right. Don't
You know what
do
I'm saying?
that.
Do not hit me with the that's he's just like my really? What, you know,
So
Y'all done
let me
slept in the
ask
bed
the-
together and shit.
In that regards, like I have friends that we had dealings in the past. Like, but it's been 15, 16 years, whatever. Like
I think that's clean. If it's that much distance
Yeah.
between the situation, I consider that as being clean, right? But if we talking last year, homeboy was tapping because
Yeah.
you were single,
Yeah, get it away from me.
you know what I'm saying? And but you know he out here and you just like the fact that y'all have whatever little sexual energy you have. But when the sexual energy is off, when you hit the switch off, you want to call him your bro? Nah, I'm not with it.
Nah, like
You know
if
what
you're
I'm saying?
still tapping and doing all
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
the funny style.
She's literally not the right woman because
Right.
as a partner, it is your duty. A duty
Please that
is something
booty.
you're supposed to do. A firefighter is supposed to save somebody in a burning building. A police officer is supposed to save somebody who's being, whatever. Like, that's your duty. So it is your duty as a partner to make sure your person always is secure. That's your duty. Not your job, your duty. And if you're not doing it, then you're not doing your fucking job and you deserve to be fired. So if you're in a space where you you in a situation where your man or your woman could potentially be bothered, it is you are the first line of defense because they probably don't even know what they're walking into. You need to make it clear.
Ladies,
to
this
your
is called
person.
accountability. Men do have it.
Listen, bro, you need to make it your business to make sure that person understand. Even if you got to stop what's going on, like, let's pull off to the side real quick. Okay, this is random, this is weird, but I just wanted to let you know, I used to date this person. I just want you to know that person got some funny ways about them, but I want you to know so if they come around, you know. Chance, they probably gonna be thrown off, but they're gonna like it because now they know what they walking into.
Right?
No
Walking into an
ambush.
And they
ambush.
respect the fact that you as a man, you led that situation. You pulled her to the side.
Put it to the side.
You managed it. You handled it.
We a team.
Absolutely.
Let's tap in real quick. You know what I mean?
Right. See, that's the thing. Is that word, team, right?
Team.
A lot of people don't know how to play on a team or even be a
'Cause
part
you
of
ain't
a
no
team.
player.
People don't know how to do. Like listen. Dating now for me is so much different after fucking therapy. It's the worst shit ever. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not. I'm not gonna lie because I walk away. I'm a walk away motherfucker. I holler at you. Peace. See you later. I don't need because I know me now, right? And I know and I understand me and I understand that I have a right to have boundaries. I have a right to want what I want, and I have a right to be loved how I want to be loved. Period.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
No. I mean, this is getting so goddamn good, but we got to wrap it up. Final thoughts for everybody. Damn, we might have to figure out another topic or maybe do a part 2 to this. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I got all y'all math, so we going to, you know what I'm saying, always communicate.
Let's do
you know
it.
what I'm saying? If y'all open it out, you know what I'm saying, we might have to
I'm down, man.
bring this back again or bring another topic. But we're going to close off with final thoughts. We're going to start with Dad and Wolf. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts, men, love yourself and know your value. And sometimes knowing your value starts with being selfish with your energy and being selfish with your time. I think that once you start taking care of yourself, you can attract the type of woman that you need. Maybe not all, rarely is the girl that you want is the girl that's right for you. So the girl that you need. So get your hair cut, man. Go buy a new pair of shoes. Go get a steak. Get some new cologne, you know what I mean? Do things that you like. Prioritize yourself. A lot of times we take care of people and we're always the last person. I think that's so backwards. If we take care of ourselves first, it's easier to take care of other people. So prioritize yourself and flourish, bro. Just live life, man. You here?
Some bullshit. You got me going after him right now. After that was fucking.
I know.
That's
Because I
some
feel like I don't
bullshit.
got, I ain't got
man.
nothing right now.
Hold on, man.
Damn,
Yeah,
I fucked up. I fucked up with that.
We can just agree on it.
I agree with everything you fucking just said.
Hell yeah.
You should have had me. You should have like, God damn, you done dropped the Jerry Springer final thought on us. Now
We can leave it.
You got to put his shit after us, right? Like edit.
I
Put
might
his
have to-
shit.
yeah, I might have to edit that shit.
Edit our shit. Put his shit last, fam. Because loop his shit around.
Oh, God.
My final thought is never stop being you, but you can always upgrade yourself. Guys that play video games, you can always get an upgrade. In Mario Brothers, you got the mushroom, you got taller, you got the
for sure.
thing, you got fire. It made him a better Mario, right?
Yeah.
So you can always become a better Mario.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I had to say
You
something.
can always become a better Mario. I like that, though. That's fire.
That's fire. I had to drop a bar or something because he just dropped some shit on us.
I like
now
that.
it's on you.
Because men don't know that. They don't know they can upgrade themselves.
Right.
They think like, oh, I'm this, because the world told you a lame nigga. You do this all day. You can get more skills, bro.
You could do it. You could definitely upgrade
I'm the host
yourself.
of this goddamn show and I ain't got nothing. This rare where I'm stuck. But y'all, the shit that y'all said was so goddamn amazing. You know what I'm saying? Damn, he even took it to the Mario.
Yeah.
Look, see, I just watched the cartoon the other day.
Listen, kings continue to be kings.
Always.
Take accountability for yourself. Do some self-reflection. Hopefully in that self-reflection it's going to help you to, evolve to be your true self, because the self-reflection may get you to the point where maybe I need to get a haircut. I know women don't like dudes with bad shoes, so maybe I do need to get a new pair of shoes.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe I need to, go to the gym, You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, do what you need to do to prioritize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anybody put unnecessary labels on you,
Mm-hmm.
and just be honest. Be honest with yourself, because the biggest lies people tell are usually the ones that they tell themselves.
Oh man.
So,
Oh
fact.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
The realest thing said on this whole entire recording.
Biggest, it is
Facts.
the biggest lies, right?
And as I always like to close this show, either you can live or be living. Those are two separate things. Figure out which ones you want to do. I'd like to thank my guests, Zay and Wolf, for joining me this evening. We're gonna do
It's an
something
honor,
again.
man. For real.
Love y'all. Check out Uptown After Dark. Check out Ratchet Thoughts and Isms. Love y'all. See y'all. Peace.